Okay, the next person we're going to bring up is the most important person in my life, and my son, of course. I really feel, and I've already told you that we've all had good days and bad days. I can have the worst day in my life, and as long as I have this woman by my side, I know everything's going to be okay. That's how important she is to me. I want to brag on her a little bit. This was a woman, 7 years ago, give or take, made me make a New Year's resolution that said no more network marketing companies. Wow. Maybe about 8 or 9 years ago.
Wow.
Fast forward a year later from that point, and she was on a $1 billion brand network marketing company that's traded on the New York Stock Exchange on their corporate video. Fast forward a little forward even more with another company. She was the only distributor, barring an NBA basketball star, that was on that corporate video. And she was the only woman on that corporate DVD or video, except for Oprah Winfrey. This is a woman who's opened up on stage for Tony Robbins. She's opened up on stage for Dr. Deepak Chopra. She's opened up on stage many times for our keynote speaker today, Mr. Michael Vernoff. And she's a dynamo. And if you are not utilizing her for some of your three-way calls and assistance, I'm telling you what, you're missing out. The love of my life, a superstar, a rock star, somebody I learn from every day, Angie Levine. Clicker.
Thanks. That clicker. All right. How about that training? That was awesome. Like skill work stuff. Way to go, guys. Thank you so much. All right.
Water. Get your water.
Yeah, and I'm at the end of my deal. I
Oh,
can't be
forgive me.
in front of my deal. Close your eyes.
There we go.
Okay. There we go. So I don't forget what I look like, right? All right, we're going to go over the art of inviting. And I am super passionate about this because it is 90% of your business, okay? So get good at it. And I'm going to teach you some very simple ways to get super good at inviting instantly. Would you guys like that?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's go for it. All right, so first and foremost, how many of you guys think you all have the same exact personality? Do we all have the same exact personality?
No.
No, we don't. We all have different personalities. So I'm going to train you right now on how to instantly recognize a personality and how to cater to that personality. And oh, they love it. It's like you tapped into their little vortex. It's really exciting. So you're going to learn not only about other people's personality. Today, I can guarantee you that at least half the room will learn about their own personality. You'll be like, oh, I had no idea that's why I am the way I am, or why I act the way I act, or, you know. So it's really fun. You guys are going to have an absolute blast. And your objective is to match your invite to the person's personality, okay? And I'm gonna share a little something with you. You're gonna find out what type of personality I am. I'll probably have you guess, so see how you're doing as far as this little training goes. What I learned about myself before I had this training by one of my top mentors is that I was only inviting people based on my own personality, okay? And there were 3 other personalities that I basically just, boom, kick them to the curb. Like, oh, they're not interested. Oh, da-da-da. Like, because I didn't understand the vital importance of each individual personality. So you guys are going to have so much fun here. What are the 4 personalities? Definitely write these down. Number 1 is an emerald. Number 2 is a sapphire. And number 3 is a pearl. And number 4 is a ruby. Okay? So we're going to figure out which one are you. You're going to have a lot of fun. And then you're going to figure out which one are they. Okay? So let's go over the emerald. Because you guys can sometimes be exhausting. Okay? Okay. What is an emerald? An emerald personality is somebody who's got to know everything about everything before they make a single decision. Are you that guy? Are you that girl? Starting to sound familiar, right? Okay. Emeralds also have to study things, right? Well, really? Are you sure there's 100 servings in the earth greens? Because I really need to read the label. Okay. And are you sure it's just 12 drops to alkaline guys any beverage? Are you sure? Because I'm going to put like 5 drops in and measure it with that pH paper. Sounding familiar? Okay. Emeralds need a lot of follow-up. 9 times out of 10, you will never close an emerald on the first show. Okay, just expect that they're going to come back to you and they're going to say, wow, that was great. And when you say, have you heard enough to make a decision? They're going to say, no, I need more information on. Okay? And you're going to be thrilled. You're going to be happy because you get it. That's their personality. They just have a healthy level of skepticism, a lot healthier than mine, because I'm not an emerald. Here's what I used to do. Here's my folly. I used to talk to the emerald. I'd do the inviting based on nothing because I didn't personality profile. And I would just come right up and say, okay, so are you ready to get going? And they're like, no, I need this. Oh, bye-bye. They're not even interested. Do you know how many people I lost because I didn't know this? I had no clue. So make sure that you understand the emerald personality and make sure that you understand this. Write this down. Questions mean interest. I used to think questions meant I got to go on to the next human being because they're not going to join the company. Here's my favorite part about the emerald. My favorite part about the emerald is they're always the smartest. Okay, you guys rock. You've got way more, bigger brains. I don't know what's going on there, but you're cool. And the other part of the emerald is this. When they finally do have enough information, they do say yes, because you can't study this company. Compensation, timing, income, products, you can't study this company without saying yes, okay? So here's the cool part about the emerald. When the minute they do say yes, they know everything about everything, and they go out and they tell, and they tell, and they tell, and they invite, and they invite, and they enroll, and they enroll, and they enroll, and you're just like, wow! You know, they're just like, they're cooking with gas, and emeralds are super cool. Sapphire. Now, before I go to Sapphire, I want to move back here. If you have discovered, maybe for the very first moment here, that you are an emerald, I would like all of our emeralds to stand up and come right over here. Okay? Stand up and come right over here. All right? Good job. Okay? All right. Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay. Because you guys need to know everything about everything, I want to make sure that you ask Gina for a brochure. We're going to give you a free brochure. It's going to tell you everything about everything.
Yeah, go back to them.
One product. Okay, so go ask Gina right now, and then go sit down. Okay. So, what's the best way to invite an emerald? Yeah, the best way to invite an emerald is to say, you know what, Van? I've always just admired your brilliance. I mean, you always study things to the 9th degree, and I really admire that about you. Could you please come and take a look, a solid look at something for me? Because I really need somebody to take a solid look at it, maybe even pick it apart for me. Oh my gosh. It's like you gave them a piece of chocolate cake. I mean, they're just so excited to come and study something and pick it apart. So great way to invite an emerald and just know who they are, okay? And Sapphire. You guys are rocking awesome. Sapphire. Party people in the house tonight. Okay? They don't care about income. Oh, Gina! They don't care about research. You know what they care about? What hotspot? Where? What day? Is it happening in an hour? Because I would like it to happen in an hour. Okay, that's a Sapphire. All right, you guys are all about the party. And you guys know who this is. You know who it is. You're like, that's me. Or, because it's all about you, Sapphire. Or you're like at a party, and you know that guy who comes and he's wearing the lei, and he's wearing the sombrero, and he's wearing the Rastafarian hair and the beads, you know, from New Orleans, and the minute he runs in the door, He's just like, the music suddenly goes up 10 degrees and people are laughing and people are clamored around him. Same with the girl, right? Girls who usually wear really bright colors. So awesome, awesome, awesome. These folks make decisions based on fun and feeling and gut, okay? So if you are a Sapphire, if you've just learned that about yourself, I'd like you to stand up, and I'd like you to come over here to this side of the room. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, cool. I love it. I love it. Usually the biggest smile. They're usually the big talkers, right? Okay, congratulations all of you Sapphires. Because you are Sapphires, if you are not throwing hotspot parties, you are missing out big time. People are attracted to you because of how much fun you are. And so let them know you're going to have a hotspot party. Don't tell them much else. Just say it's going to be the funnest thing on the planet. Get over here. You're going to see it all. We're going to be whipping up some proteinies, right? Because I know it's probably not just about the shake. It's probably about the martini-ish part of it. And so have fun with it. And because you guys are all Sapphires, I want you to go over to Belia and I want you to make sure you have a hotspot button. Okay? Good job. So, best way to invite that Sapphire is to invite them to a hotspot, to invite them to a big event with corporate, where they can get a lot of energy and a lot of excitement. Okay? All right, super. Now here's something great. You guys are great if you're a pearl. Pearls are just precious, okay? A pearl, and I want you to think about the pearl for a minute, okay? It's inside of a shell for who knows how long, and it's actually being nurtured, and it's actually being formed, okay? And it takes a long time for that nurturing to happen. And so a pearl is somebody who gives and gives and gives, and they usually don't know how to say no, okay? And they love and they serve and they typically donate their time and they volunteer and they're just the sweetest people. They usually have a lot of animals, all right? So if you got somebody with 5 cats up the street, they're a pearl, all right? And it really isn't about helping themselves at all. And it isn't about money. Don't you dare invite them with, flashing a dollar bill in front of them. It's about, gosh, I have so much respect for you because I know you volunteer all the time. You're a head leader in your church, and we're looking for people like you because we have this amazing mission. We have an amazing mission, and I think you could be such a tremendous part of it. Will you come look at my company's mission for me? Did you hear for me? Why did I do that with the pearl? Oh, he won't be able to say no. They don't say no. If it's about helping somebody else. So that's how you invite the pearl. It is super great. And they make decisions based on who they can help, who they can be of service to. And all of these folks typically end up in a certain type of profession. This rule doesn't always apply, but many times it does. A lot of social workers are pearls. Mother Teresa, is she a pearl? Yes, she is. Teachers, oftentimes teachers are pearls. And it's a beautiful thing. And so that's how you can invite the pearl. So if you've discovered that you are a giver from the heart and that you are a pearl, I would very much like for you to stand up and come on over here to this side of the room. Beautiful pearls. I love it. Okay. Great job. Great job. Great job. I want you to take a look. Take a look and note at the largest groups, right? Which personalities are more dominant and prominent out there in the world? Do we have a lot of pearls in the world? Okay, because you are all pearls, what I would like to offer you is the ability for you to help our entire team. Would any of you guys like the ability to help our entire team? No.
Good answer.
Okay. I want you to get my direct cell phone number from Gina. and I want you to call me because I need your help in training the entire team. You guys are all going to have that exact same opportunity to give and love and serve in a very easy way, very non-threatening way, very compatible. Okay, so I can't wait to see what you guys have to share, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So go ask Gina for my cell phone, and then grab it. And I want to see how many of you already have it.
Okay, you guys sit down.
Good. Good. Great.
Sorry.
Right now. Great. Okay, good. The majority of you have my number. That's fantastic. And so that's how you can best invite a Pearl, is to ask them to help you and let them know about our mission. The other way to invite a Pearl, how many of you guys know about our Isante Foundation? By show of hands. Okay, I need to do a better job marketing that. And here's what's so great. Why don't you share with the Pearls of the world that we actually have a foundation that donates to mothers and kids. And we do that on a monthly basis. And believe it or not, just by changing brands to Isante, you're helping feed and clothe and educate children and mothers. Okay? And I promise you, you could literally just say that one sentence to a Pearl, and they'll be like, what do I need to order? Okay? So really a lot of fun. Pearls, God bless you. All right. Here's the Ruby. All right, the Ruby is driven. They're the Jack Russell Terrier of the human race. All right, they just go and go and go and go. And they're very goal-oriented. They're very income-driven. They are typically professionals, entrepreneurs, business owners. How many of you guys have ever heard of the phrase, eye of the tiger?
Of course.
Okay. All those people with the eye of the tiger, they're a Ruby. All right? Do not go to the Ruby and say, gosh, would you like to hear about our mission and our company? We have this heart of gold, and it's just going to be so fun and happy, and we're going to have this party. The Ruby, they want all of that in the end, but initially they just have this weird, like, horse goggles on, and they only see, like, their goal in front of them. So pander to the goal in front of them. It's about achieving time freedom and income. And so invite the Ruby by talking about the expansion race. Okay? Invite the Ruby by talking about residual income, because I can guarantee you 9 out of 10 Rubies are exhausted. They are working way too hard. They're working 80 to 90 hours a week because they own their own business. Not really. The business owns them. And they're just exhausted. And what they want most, the Ruby wants to get from point A to point B in the shortest time span possible. Here's how I would invite a Ruby. I would say, gosh, I see that you own your own business. I see that you work your tail end off. What did you say you pull down? 80 to 90 hours a week? When do you plan on retiring, Norm?
When I die?
Okay, did you literally have a retirement plan, like number of years?
Yeah, I plan to retire when I'm 65, which is in 5 years.
So you plan on retiring in 5 years when you're 65. What if I could show you a way where you could work half of the hours and retire in half of the time? Would you take 14 minutes to look at something for me?
Sure, absolutely.
All right. See what I did there? Do you think a Ruby wants to look at a 41-minute video?
No.
Oh gosh, no. Oh gosh, no. You'll get the no before they even get like through the first 15 minutes. Okay, Rubies don't got time. I mean, they're just boom. And so always show them a tiny, tiny thing. And don't blabbermouth. Don't yak it up, because they're going to get sick of your voice within 15 minutes. I mean, they just don't. A to B. A to B. That's a Ruby. And they're awesome. That's why America is what America is. I mean, it's the land of opportunity, because those Rubies came over here and they put their nose to the grindstone and they took care of business and they build businesses. And a team of Rubies can be an exceptional thing for you. Entrepreneurs typically want to work less and earn more and retire sooner. Rubies are typically entrepreneurs, but not always. So if you have discovered that you are a Ruby, please stand up. Please stand up. come on over here. Way to go. You might have recognized at this point, how did I know? Do you see how I could immediately invite him if I wanted to? Because I know this. I'm very grateful that somebody trained me on this. You might start to recognize that you have a little piece of each, okay? And that's okay. Yeah, we all have our dominant traits, okay? So pander to the dominant trait, but understand everybody has a loving, giving heart. Everybody wants to succeed, okay? Look at those great rubies. I love it. All right, so as a ruby, I am going to give you guys a goal, all right? And I bet at least, I'd say all of you, actually. I'm going to bet that all of you will complete this goal. The goal is get my cell phone and call me, and I will hold you accountable, and we will book your first hotspot party or your first event.
Nice.
He's pulling out his phone so he can key me in. He doesn't waste any time. A to B, I want it now. Right? I don't want to walk to the table. I want it now. Okay? 480 206 5039. They won't ask twice. They don't have time. All right, so have fun inviting them. Let's talk about the invite and the three-way. So you've already got some word tracks. Ideally, you wrote them down based on personality. But I want you to invite folks by showcasing what they like, what they need. Okay? Very important. Introduce them to a like-minded third party who will actually present and close for you if need be until you can get it done yourself. And that means that they're working for you. Okay? So you're Cupid. You're actually playing matchmaker right there. It's really a whole lot of fun. So if you have a Ruby who's like a hypo, who is a mega entrepreneur, and they don't have a lot of time, should you three-way them with Dr. Levine? Yes. Should you three-way them with Michael Winiger? Yes. Should you three-way them with me? Yes. And if you can get good at pegging the personality, you can actually, with somebody who's been around the block a couple times, you can say, look, Angie, simmer down, Ruby. I'm bringing a pearl onto the line. Oh, it'll be like a whole different human that is on the phone. It's because it's not about you. When you get really good at sales, it's all about them. It's all about them. Whatever it takes to help them be the best that they can be. That's what it's about. It's not about you. Take it off of you and put it onto them, and magic will happen. So play Cupid, play matchmaker. Do you think if you had a pearl that you wanted to, share the company with, do you guys think Belia would be the best pearl match? I mean, there's no bigger pearl. In our entire corporate staff, there's no bigger pearl. She's just a beautiful human being, and I love you for that. So play Cupid, play matchmaker. I'm also going to teach you another technique outside of personality profiling. If you guys get this acronym down, my husband has mentioned it before. It is his favorite. It is my favorite. It should become yours. If you get this acronym down, you will become an expert conversationalist. How many of you guys have ever gone to a party or been in a classroom or what have you? Yeah, I know you've been to a party. You start the party. And you just feel like, gosh, I don't really know a lot of people here. I wish I knew what to say to these people. I wish I could have more than 2 minutes FaceTime with somebody before I fall flat, and what else do you say? And then you kind of walk off into the other room. If you learn form, you are going to be brilliant at having a conversation with anybody. And you're going to be able to dig, and tap right in to what they need and want. And again, that's when you're an expert network marketer right there. So number 1, F stands for family. Okay? Here's what it would sound like. Van, come on up here and be my
volunteer.
Get guy at the party. I don't really know yet. Big Van for Van. Okay, I'm going to say, hey Van, it's really nice to meet you. My name's Angie. Wow, how do you know the hostess who invited us to this party?
They invited me up from Facebook.
Okay, very cool, very cool. She and I go way back. We found each other after our kids were born around the same time. So I've known her for like 17 years. That's pretty cool. Do you have family?
Absolutely.
Wow, tell me about your family.
Tribe.
A tribe? What does that mean? I only have one son, but he's like the world to me.
4 girls and a boy.
4 girls and 1 boy.
Handful.
Handful, wow. Here's the next question, write it down. What are their ages?
21, 16, 14, 22, 21. Got the whole time.
Guys,
22, 21, 16, 12, and 14.
Okay.
14, 12.
Does anybody know why I asked the ages? Lollipop. Lollipop is a great answer. Yes, has
Personal connection.
Personal connection, close. Act close, yes?
You can sign them up if they're old enough.
I like you.
Get up to the front, Jimmy.
All right. Oh, were you in the Ruby group? Okay. The reason I asked for their ages is because I want to know, are they entering maybe a private preschool, maybe a private middle school? Are they going to be entering college? You said 16?
Yes.
Have you bought him a car yet?
Her? She wants Lou's car.
Okay. Okay, so I'm digging and I'm discovering what some of his needs might be. If he has 3 kids ready to go into college, you can easily ask as you get to know him, how are the college fund coffers going? I mean, it's insane, the economy out there. Are you doing okay there? Gosh, I mean, I'm so grateful. My son bought his own car with network marketing money that he earned on his own, by the way. So I don't even know, what's that cost these days? What are you looking at? Hybrid?
Hybrid car?
Yeah.
A diesel.
Electric.
Okay. So think about that when you're asking about family. And then I can move into occupation. Sometimes it's easier to do occupation first, okay? And so, well, tell me, what do you do for a living, Van?
In the green solar industry in a company called Asante, Oregon.
Nice. Let's pretend that you're not with Isante for one moment.
I sell cars.
You sell cars. Okay, super. How long have you been doing that?
On and off. 18, 20 years.
Wow, you got to be ready to retire pretty soon, right?
Retarded.
Oh, okay. And how do you like it there?
I don't.
Why?
Too many hours.
Too many
Weekends,
hours?
8 to 8, 8 to 10 at night. 12 to 14 hours.
Oh,
On
my gosh.
weekends.
Oh my
No
gosh.
family time. No church time.
Okay. But gosh, you must be really good at sales.
No, they're good at keeping me there because I'm employed.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, so ask questions. Is he employed? Does he like sales? How long has he been doing it? Is he just exhausted? How much longer is he going to have to be there? These are all those questions. Recreation and retirement. Well, forget work. Forget work for a second. And the best thing, you're doing the best job when they're doing all the talking. Okay, he hasn't asked me anything about me, which is great. It's fine. When and if he does, I'm going to answer. However, you want to be what I call the cat. You don't want to be the dog. A dog, by nature, will just jump all over you and lick and slobber and the whole 9 yards. And you're like, okay, I want to get away from that dog. The cat doesn't really even look at you. Doesn't even really give you the time of day. Might walk over just barely and then turn around and shake his little tail and give a toot, right? Total attitude. And you want Van to chase you and ask you, what do you do, okay? It's super. So forget work for a minute. I mean, my gosh, 20 years at the same thing in a car place that you're not even really thrilled about. That's rough. Let's just forget to talk about that for a minute. What do you like to do for fun? Recreation.
Take the girls walking,
Nice.
skating,
Nice.
cycling, camping like we did a couple weekends ago. And it was only one night. I didn't put up a tent. The girls said, we're sleeping on the big red bus. What's that? An excursion. Why, Dad? Because I'm not putting up a tent and watch you guys watching me. But they liked it. They loved it. They said, can we do this again, Dad, for 2, 3, 4 days? With a better bathroom with showers? Sure, next time we'll find that and then we'll do it again.
Okay, cool. So camping and outdoorsy, very nice. Awesome. And like, I don't know, I don't know when you can retire from your job, but I mean, if you could like retire, whatever, in the next 2 years, what would be the very first thing you do?
Take the kids to Disneyland.
You take your kids to
They've never been
Disneyland.
there. I've never been there, so I said, you're not going either. So they said, I'm serious. We had tickets. They didn't do what they're supposed to do one time. They said, we were right across the street from Disneyland. I got the tickets. You guys screw up. I'll drive straight home. They didn't do it. I drove straight home. They were like,
Wow.
they cried. I told them, I'll put my foot down. You guys, you're
All
pissing me
right,
off.
all right. So you want to get that answer. Here's the cool thing. I'd like all of you who want to answer that question. What's the very first, and raise your hand if you want to answer. What's the very first thing you want to do when you retire? Yes.
Travel.
What?
I want to go travel.
You want to go what?
Travel.
Travel. I want to travel. I want to go to Disney.
Kind of similar to hers. We have a motorhome. We just want to travel around, drag the Harley behind us on the trailer, and just kind of
Motorhome, Harley, tour the states, etc. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else?
I want to sleep for 3 days.
I'm with you. And then I want to travel. Okay, so, you know, more sleep, right? How many of us are sleep deprived? How many of us are travel deprived? Yes. Oh, you just are sleep deprived and travel deprived. I get it.
we're just
So
deprived.
we're just deprived. So that's one of the best questions you can ask somebody. 9 times out of 10, they haven't even really thought about it. They haven't even considered it. They don't even raise their hand because they just don't know. I mean, unlock their mind, right? Show them the power. Really exciting. Now, the final one is message, okay? And message is going to sound like this. Well, gosh, you know, I'd love to kind of meet your kids someday. That'd just be kind of cool. They sound like you've just got this whole tribe.
You have a pool?
Yeah, actually,
We're there.
I do have a pool.
We're there.
You're there. I mean, just really neat. And you know, we obviously have something in common. I have a teenager. And so, you know, Van, if it's okay with you, I'd love to reconnect with you. Would I be able just to grab your cell phone?
Ask my first.
Great.
She's gonna tell me, who's this girl on your phone?
My husband and I would love to just, you know,
Okay, that's
reconnect
okay.
in the future.
We'll have both your phone numbers. That's okay then.
So there you go. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide, do I want to drop a little hint right now that I can help him retire sooner, that I can help him travel more and work fewer hours? Do I want to drop any of those hints right now?
Yes.
I can. Well, you know what, Van? I appreciate your giving me your and your wife's phone number. Here's mine. Here's JJ's. I'm just really happy that we got to connect here. And you know what? Look for my call tomorrow. Are you available around noon?
Evenings, please.
Evenings, please. Could I call you at 6 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay, great. You'll be done with dinner?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because a couple things that you've said to me tonight have just really stuck with me. And I believe that I might have a solution for you. I actually know of a company that is going global. They allow you to work part-time. They allow you to telecommute so you can stay home with your kids more. And I firmly believe that within the next 2 to 3 years working part-time with this company, if you're a good fit, that you can have the car bought and the college funds paid, and it won't affect what you're currently doing. And, you know, like I said, we could see if you're a good fit, and I'll put in a good word for you.
Please call.
All right? I will. Thank you, Van.
Thank you.
So, advice. Have fun with it. Learn that form, do it anytime, anywhere, with anyone,
Angie?
and practice.
How do you brush it off if they start asking you a bunch of questions about what you just said?
You don't. I mean, if they, oh, well, wow, gosh, what's that all about? Say, I'd love to explain it to you, but I'm at a party.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, shut the door. Okay. Now let's talk about the 4C invite. This is the third technique I'm going to provide you today so that you become an expert inviter. The 4C invite is the easiest invite on the planet. Who wants to know how to do really easy invite? Okay, here we go. Number one, the first of the 4 C's is to compliment. And this is so important because nobody gets compliments anymore. I mean, gosh, it's awful. So you're going to compliment, and it needs to be sincere. okay? You know what, Hessen? I really admire how you are always just on your game at school. And I also admire how you put your parents at this level where you respect them. You know, I look for people with drive, and I look for people who respect others. So, you know, I just want to let you know, I think you're an amazing person, okay? Gosh, I love and admire entrepreneurs and people who work really hard for what they believe in, okay? A sincere compliment. Gosh, Jan, you know, being a father of so many and wanting to take them to Disney above all else, I admire that, okay? So compliment, make sure it's real. You're going to make that person who feels like a timid cat, you know, they just haven't heard love in a long time, you're going to make them feel like a lion, just with that compliment, right? How many of you were complimented on your outfit today? Raise your hand. How did it make you feel? Right? Yeah, you're like, yeah, I just got a compliment. Wow, right? So make them feel like a lion. Make them feel like a lion with the compliment. Number 2, very important, create curiosity. Create curiosity. You know, gosh, I admire you, Hessen. You're a terrific guy. And something tells me that you might be a good fit for something that I've got going on. You see, I work with this CEO who's earned $14 million, and he's looking for people like you to align with his mission and his project. And it's not a lot of hours. It's super part-time, and I don't even know if you'd be a good fit. But you know, I'd like to have you, you know, look at it, and we'll see. You know, we'll see where it goes. Did I tell him anything about anything? I told him absolutely nothing. Okay? Keep it based in curiosity. If you start to say, well, Hessen, oh my gosh, I work for a company, and we have this huge organic product line, and oh my gosh, we pay out 6 paychecks too, and oh, I forgot, the timing's amazing, and oh, we're going green, by the way. Is he gonna run away fast? Okay? It's called throwing up all over your prospect. Okay? Stop it. Don't do it. Just create curiosity. Then number 3 is the hardest one. So as you write down number 3, I want you to circle it. And then I want you to put big stars next to it, because I promise you're going to mess this one up. Everybody does until you practice it a little bit, okay? Number 3 is control yourself. And here's the greatest example, true story. When we were in the field, we did a lot of trainings in our home. I highly recommend you do the same thing. And so I had this one guy over, and his name is Andy. I won't give away his last name. And so I taught him the 4C invite, and Andy was awesome. I mean, he was great. He was like, doop, 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 doop. You know why? Because he was an emerald. And he was with IT department stuff, and so very smart, catches on really quick, so boop, 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 boop. And at this point, I have watched and listened, and everything's going great. And we had to attend a funeral, okay? And so I'm like, okay, keep on with your invites. They sound great. You've already booked 4 people into the event that's happening this weekend. Great job. Keep doing that. I'm going to go get in black, and then I'm going to come back. And so I literally ran in the bathroom, like, thank goodness for ponytails, and throw on a black dress, and out I come, and here's Andy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So let me tell you, the CEO, he's amazing. He's built several companies before. And then, you know, I should also tell you that I've been with the company not very long, really. And their product line is really cool. It's never been brought to market before. Let me tell you about the 7 products. The first one is this, and the second one is that. And I'm like, oh. And so I didn't even know what to do. I grabbed my sticky notes that are in the kitchen, blank sticky notes, and I wrote 2 words on the sticky note in black letters, and I ran over, and I swear to you, blasted it to his forehead. Do you know what the 2 words were?
Control yourself.
Control yourself! And he's still talking. He's like, what? Oh, okay, yeah, so I'll see you Tuesday. He had the deal. He had it booked. He had it booked. And he was still going off. So don't do that. He already had number 4, which is get the commitment. Okay? If you have somebody say, yeah, I'll try to be there, that's a no. Okay? Oh, yeah, I want to come, but I'm not sure if I'm busy. That's a no. Okay, and you're entitled to value your time. And you can easily say, I'm sorry, I'm really looking for a yes or no. I'm going to be there Tuesday, and I'm looking for you to be there as well. What are you doing at 6 p.m.? Can you check your calendar? All right, they will literally check their calendar, and if they say, you know what, I am open, okay, key it into your calendar and I'll meet you there. I can't wait. You're going to be psyched. That's it. Make sure you get the commitment. If you don't get the commitment, it will take longer to get to your goal, genuinely. So, and be age appropriate. Okay, be age appropriate. I would not recommend that the teenagers in the house talk about, you know, I'm earning $1 million. You know, I'll always be authentic and genuine. But you can say, I'm working with a group of teenagers from my high school. We're looking for 5 more key guys and gals to work with us, and we're being mentored by a gentleman who's earned $14 million. And you actually have the opportunity to meet him on Tuesday. And come and check it out. It might not be for you.
You used to be a rock star.
Yeah, there you go. He used to be a rock star with long hair, and he played in a band. He was lead singer. So be age appropriate, and that will help you out tremendously. So in closing, I'll share with you how to get unlimited referrals. If you get the no, a no can turn into 5 yeses. And here's how you do it. You simply say, oh gosh, you know what, Van? I'm so glad we met here on day 2, and glad you took a look at the company. Crazy me, I really thought it was a good fit for you, but no worries. I understand, you know, you're not interested in earning more income and working few hours. Oh. I understand you're just not interested in living chemical free and stopping the use of carcinogens. Oh, right? Like, I really don't understand it, but be understanding, because that's where he's at in life. Or, you know what, I get it, Van, I understand, it's just not the right time for you to own your own business. Okay? You can give them that permission. But would you do me a favor?
Sure.
I know that you know folks, and I would like for you to give me 5 names, okay, of somebody that you do know who wants to work part-time and earn more money, somebody that you do know who is in alignment with living chemical-free, somebody that you do know who would like to be part of a bigger mission than themselves. We have this company with a heart, and we actually donate funds to children and mothers. Matter of fact, let's just make it 4. We don't need 5 names. There's 4 names for me. And if you could write them down for me right now, I've got a Starbucks gift card burning a hole in my pocket. It's yours. Okay? Do it, or give them lip balm, or give them, you know, shampoo samples. Thanks for being my guy. Okay? And you know, that's how you can get the referrals every single time. So we're gonna blow through this. Your holding tank. I don't know how much time I have. 5 minutes. All right, you guys want a holding tank? Training super quick. Put all of your gems that you've collected, all of your gems who've said yes to your business, in your holding tank. Okay, the emerald said yes, the sapphire said yes, the pearl said yes, the ruby said yes. It is not Thursday yet, so you're putting everybody in your holding tank, in your holding tank, in your holding tank. Why are you doing that? Why are you not immediately enrolling them on your left or right team?
Strategically placing them.
Strategically placing them. Also, you are leveraging them. This is when Dr. JJ said you can turn 1 enrollment into 5 or 10. Would you like that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk to the emerald. I'm going to get every question answered. Took them forever to say yes. And I'm going to go back 3 weeks to the guy and the girl who didn't even give me an answer yet. I just haven't talked to them yet, or they just haven't given me the yes or no answer. I'm going to go back to them and say, if you join the team, you've already seen the information. If you join the team, I'm going to place the most brilliant person underneath you. I mean, you're such a researcher, and they're going to go out and rip this thing up. That's what I foresee. And so if you enroll right now, I'm going to position them underneath you on your team, and you will benefit from everything that they go out and do and produce. You can earn commission. And guess what? They say yes. Now you have 2 in your holding tank, okay? And then you go to the 3rd person, and you say, I know you didn't give me a yes or no, but if you give me a yes or no today, I am going to take these two individuals and put them underneath you, place them on your team, and you can benefit from everything that these two people go out and do. And you heard Dr. Levine say that we've turned one enrollment into 34 enrollments in one weekend because we just keep on adding. Now, did we do it all on our own?
No.
No. What do you want to do in an expert depth charge holding tank? You want to call your upline and say, listen, I'm doing a depth charge. So the minute you enroll somebody, let me know, because then it's more people in their holding tank and your holding tank that are all going to be positioned in the same area, okay? So let's say your upline enrolls a Pearl and enrolls a Ruby, all right? You guys have a conversation. It's, okay, I've got two. Okay, I've got two. That's 4. You both now have the power of 4. Much better than the power of 2 all by yourself. If you want to grow even faster, talk to your downline. Talk to your team members. Obviously, you can only do this in one leg, but I'll tell you what, if you have a hotspot party, at the end of that party, if you say, listen, I'm building my left team. Everybody here tonight who enrolls, I'm stacking one on top of the next, on top of the next, on top of the next. And so get in first, get in fast. Obviously, the people who come in at $4.99 are going to be put at the top. $1.99's next, etc. So get in fast. And let's just say all 10 of you enrolled tonight. I don't want number 10 to worry about being at the bottom. Because guess what? All 9 people up above you have to enroll their first person underneath you. Boom, you just got a team of 9. We got to get this done tonight. So I highly recommend you do your parties per leg, really high. And you work with your downline. And you say, look, I'm building the left. You're in my left. I want you to do a depth charge with me. Okay? And that's when it gets fun and it gets really hot. You guys will have a blast doing it. And that's how you turn 1 into 10 or 1 into 34. So enjoy it. Voicemail, we can talk about that later. And I hope you enjoyed the art of inviting.